So today I'm going to talk about how to bring your partner back from upset, angry to normal. Calming down your partner can probably feel like you're diffusing a bomb. You don't want to cut the wrong wire, but you do it all the time. That's why your partner keeps blasting in your home. So just like there's a science behind diffusing a bomb, there is a science behind diffusing your partner. Here are some very important principles that can make you master of diffusing emotional bombs. First one, as I keep saying in most of my videos, is of course space, relaxation, and just a break. This is the most important one, but of course it's a difficult one to execute. So the idea is that if you can get your partner to just take a break, take some space and cool down, you basically don't have to do anything else. That works like a charm, but it often doesn't work because your partner just doesn't want to take a break. Like you ask them, listen, calm down, let's take a break for 20 minutes. Stay here and talk. Where are you going? Yeah, are you gonna run away again? Stop running from problems in the name of a break. Just sit down and talk. I'll see where you go. Like sometimes they'll literally chase you to talk because they just don't want to take a break. So this is why this ritual of taking a break has to be installed gradually in the relationship. You have to keep talking to them during and after the episode that, see, if we had taken a break, it would have been better. So next time, will you try harder? When they're calmer, they may say, yes, I'll try harder. But when they're emotional again, they'll forget their promise and they would not take a break again. So you'll have to keep repeating it. You'll have to keep reminding them. And maybe after trying for 20, 30 times, they will remember that, oh yes, break is actually a good thing. If my partner is asking for a break, it's not against us. It's not a bad thing. They're not running away. And if your partner agrees to take a break and relax, this is the most effective and easiest path, at least in that moment. Next one, keep your own tone calm and nice. What happens is when you see your partner's anger, you want them to be nice. You want them to calm down, but their anger triggers your anger. So you end up shouting louder. You end up becoming more aggressive. Like, how dare you talk to me like that? Calm the down. You want to be angry? I can be angry too. I'll show you what anger is. Calm down. So it's like you're shouting at the top of your lungs, asking your partner to calm down. Well, it's obviously going to fail. In a situation like this, it's just a series of bombs blasting. So even though it's going to be very difficult for you to stay calm, you must learn how to. Because if your tone is relaxed and calm, the partner will have no reason to keep escalating. They will also ultimately calm down a bit. And if they don't, you can, from that calm and relaxed state, keep reminding them, listen, we can talk nicely. You really don't have to shout. Please, can you reduce the volume? Please talk softly. So when you remind them from that soft voice, it works a lot better. Next one, let them finish. See, when a partner is emotional, they usually, of course, have a complaint behind it. So as they're describing their complaint, they may say things which you don't agree with. They may say things which you think are just wrong facts, like false claims, and you would want to just correct them right away. No, it didn't happen like that. No, that happened first. That happened later. But the problem with this correction is that when you interrupt, so they have to shout more to basically talk over you, and the situation just gets more heated up. And then when they shout, now you want to talk over them, so you shout louder. And as you guys are shouting, you think the other person is getting more aggressive, which makes you more aggressive. So this is why when the partner is emotional, try not to interrupt. Let them finish what they're saying. It's like a hot air balloon. As they talk, the air is just coming out, and once they're done talking, it will be fully deflated. So let the hot air out of the balloon. Next one, understand and summarize them. This is a really powerful technique because this will not only calm them down, this is actually very essential for conflict resolution also. See, the idea is when a human feels understood, they lose the reason to keep talking. They lose the reason to keep shouting. It's a very simple yet difficult thing to do. And it becomes especially difficult when their complaint is about you. When they are pointing out your mistakes, then it's just so difficult to summarize them because you'll feel by summarizing them, you're almost agreeing with them. You're validating their criticism as if you're agreeing to it. So this is something that you have to separate. Even after understanding them, summarizing them, you can still internally disagree with them, right? So your job initially simply is, okay, so you're simply saying that I'm not doing my job as a father well, and that because of me, there is stress in the house. Is that what you're saying? Now, again, you may vehemently disagree with this internally, but once you say this out loud, and once you capture their complaint really well, they can at least stop talking about it. And this really helps them cool down. Next one, take as much responsibility as you can. Apologize wherever necessary. See, in each fight, both people usually end up making some mistakes, and people often get stuck in who made the bigger mistake, who made the mistake first. Don't get stuck in those games. You just focus on what was my mistake, what did I do wrong? Because when you initiate taking responsibility responsibility for what you did wrong, that immediately changes the environment. Because now instead of just blaming each other, now we are reflecting on what I did wrong. Like once you say something like, okay, I'll say this much. Yes, I at least should have reminded you in time that we have to leave in 30 minutes, but I forgot to remind you and I became impatient with you later on. So yes, my mistake was not reminding you. Even though this may have been the smallest mistake in the overall picture, but the fact that you took responsibility of something that you think you did wrong, the other person will not see you as enemy anymore. Now suddenly you are in a more collaborative stage, and even they can maybe start thinking about what they did wrong. Apologies do wonders in heated situations. Sometimes people just calm down miraculously after a good apology. And I've actually made a detailed video on how to do a good apology. I'll share the link in the description. Next thing you can do is discuss about what will we do in future. Often emotions stay high if you're just stuck in past mistakes and blame games and what you did wrong, what you do wrong. If you just turn the conversation to future, okay, so this happened. I know you're upset. Let's now look into the future. What are we supposed to do in the future? What will I change? What will you change? And the moment the discussion is future oriented, your rational mind kicks in, you become a better problem solver, and you can think of better solutions which ultimately help you calm down. Because once you know that, okay, this is the path that we have to take, your core need of fixing thing is solved, because now your brain has an answer to what to do next. So you can say things like, okay, so next time if we have to reach somewhere on time, I will probably remind you well before time, and I want you to remember that it actually takes you 40 minutes to get ready, not 20. So you can also plan your prep time accordingly. Next one, jokes. I'm keeping it for the last because it should come last, only after the resolution. You can't keep joking when the issue is unresolved. Once the issue is resolved, but the moment is still a bit heated, you can actually make things better by joking around. Technically, you can joke around during the conflict resolution too, as long as you're not ruining the conversation, as long as you're not escaping things or dismissing things. Basically, when you joke around, the other person gets the message that, oh, you're not that angry right now. The person is not aggressive. They are in a fun state. And seeing you in a fun state actually helps them cool down better. And the last one, change the topic. Once you have talked about a topic enough, where you felt that, okay, both have said their own things and now you're just repeating it. So instead of just repeating yourselves third or fourth time, you can actually say, you know what? Okay, so I understood you, you understood me. Let me tell you what happened at the office today. Let me give you some gossip. So what are we planning for dinner tonight, etc. Usually being stuck in that same old topic will keep that emotion going, but if you change the topic properly, the brain gets a great distraction and it just automatically calms down in the background. Do you also use any of these things in your relationship? If yes, tell me in the comments. And if you like the video, please like the video, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more videos. Shridhar Life School now specializes in relationship counseling. We start with an in-depth checkup or assessment of your relationship, your strong and weak areas. Now, based on that, our therapists will help you using world-class techniques and interventions, which have been developed after decades of research in marital therapy. It's always better if both partners come for counseling, but if for some reason your partner is unable to join, you can definitely start on your own. To book sessions, visit our website shridharlifeschool.com.